Live from WFSB, Connecticut's most watched local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
We begin with breaking news from Suffield. Emergency crews confirm they are working to pull a body from Lake Congamon.
That lake is right along the Connecticut-Massachusetts border. Details are still coming into our newsroom as we speak. We
have a news crew headed to the scene right now, and we'll continue to keep you updated on this story.
Right now, we have a weather alert about the air you are breathing as you step outside tonight.
It feels like an oven out there, and it looks like one, too, as we look live from our Hartford City cam. And that heat means the air could be unhealthy.
Let's get right to our chief meteorologist, Bruce DePrest, with a look at how long this bad air will be a concern.
Bruce.
Well, we do have a weather alert in terms of air quality that's in effect until 10 o'clock this evening. Normally, when you have ozone trouble, it occurs in the afternoon and early evening. Then things get better as the night goes on. So we do have an air quality alert for high ozone levels until 10 o'clock this evening. And we could see a repeat of this during the day tomorrow. Another thing that we'll be dealing with tomorrow is a heat advisory, and that's in effect for noon through 5 p.m., where we could be talking about the heat index, which is how you feel due to the heat and humidity combined. That could be up around 100 degrees, if not higher, in some parts of the state during the day tomorrow. Right now, we have temperatures that are beginning to fall back. We got up to 92 today at Windsor Locks. It's 88 now, but still 91 in Hartford. The only place it's in the 90s right now. And tomorrow, believe it or not, could be the hottest day of the year thus far. So far this year, we've gotten up to 93 degrees, and we could beat that. I'll have more on the heat and when we could expect a break coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bruce. Now, developing news from New Haven. Skeletal remains have been found at a construction site on the Yale New Haven Hospital property. It's believed the site was once an old burial ground. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Karen Lee is live there with details. Karen.
Denise, you're looking at the construction site where, according to officials, the remains belonging to 2 people were found. Here's what we know. Around 11:30 this morning, crews here found remains of a coffin. They found wooden pieces as well as bones. Again, they believe it belongs to 2 people. Police confirmed for us that they do not think this is criminal. Now, as you were mentioning, they believe it could possibly be linked to a graveyard in the 70s. This exact construction spot used to be a church, and there's rumors that there was a graveyard that belonged to the church, although we still need to confirm that. Now, the state archaeologist is investigating, and construction has been stopped here. For now, it's probably going to be stopped tomorrow, and we'll resume again on Wednesday. We'll bring you more information as soon as we get it. For now, we're live with the mobile newsroom. Karen Lee, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Karen. Also new at 6 tonight, a priest from Berlin is under investigation at this hour for allegations that he had inappropriate contact with a minor. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Jill Konopka has more on the case and a reaction from parishioners.
Hundreds of the 4,700 parishioners here at St. Paul's Parish attending 5 weekend masses were informed about the allegations against Father Michael Miller.
They asked kids grades 5 and lower to be excused. Chaperones took them down into the church hall because it's a sensitive matter. And there was a lot of emotions.
It was a message at Mass about Father Michael Miller none of the St. Paul parishioners were expecting to hear.
Father Robert just read to us a letter saying that there's an investigation on alleged allegations for inappropriate conduct with a minor, and that the church and the Archdiocese of Hartford wanted to notify the parish first.
Parishioners like Thomas Fechtow say they were stunned to hear from Pastor Robert Schlageter, who told them, quote, "Sadly, we have been informed by the Berlin Police Department that there has been an allegation of inappropriate contact with a minor by Father Michael, and there is an ongoing police investigation. Please be assured that the Archdiocese of Hartford and the Franciscan Friars are cooperating fully with this investigation."
A lot of tears, shock. But, you know, they are alleged allegations, and hopefully everything will work out all right. I don't see it, but, you know, who knows? You just don't know. We're not perfect people, and neither are priests.
Berlin police confirmed their investigation began June 30th. 5 days later, on the 4th of July, Father Miller was flown to a local hospital by helicopter from his home on the church property. It's unclear what happened here then.
They had him in the back of the church there, the back entrance by the garage, the parish center, and They were working on him for a while.
For now, supporters of Father Michael launched this Facebook page.
Really good guy, down to earth.
Parishioners also tell us they were told there'll be a prayer service for Father Miller this week to keep him in their thoughts and prayers. Reporting with the Mobile Newsroom in Kensington, Jill Konopka, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And police say this priest, Father Miller, has never been in trouble before. He's been with the church since 2006.
New information now on a fire at a 5-family home in Norwich. The fire chief is telling Eyewitness News the flames broke out in this vacant apartment at a home on Rockwell Street. Investigators have taken samples from the scene, and those samples are being analyzed for any criminal activity associated with the fire. The 6 tenants forced out are now staying at a hotel. Nobody was injured. One firefighter, though, was treated for a knee injury.
New details now on the impact of state budget cuts. More layoffs are expected this week in an effort to close the budget gap. The first effort, it was the concession deal rejected by the unions. In all, 6,500 state workers could find themselves out of a job, and that, of course, could have a devastating effect. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Susan Rapp is live in Hartford now with a closer look at the potential impact here. Susan?
Denise, Connecticut's unemployment rate is high, perhaps the highest that it's been in years. And if you take 6,500 state workers and you lay them off, it could make a bad situation worse. Every week, hundreds come looking for a job at Connecticut Works, a job center in Hartford run by the Department of Labor. Every week, hundreds still can't find one.
I'm out there every day, 9-10 hours, you know.
Sabine Lampert can't give up. She has a son. But her benefits are running out, and she's worried. In fact, as of last May, nearly 50,000 of the state's unemployed have exhausted all of their state and federal benefits. Connecticut's unemployment rate is 9.1%, 1/10 of a point lower than the national rate of 9.2. Peter Gioia, an economist and vice president of the Connecticut Business and Industry Association, says there's no question laying off thousands of state workers will have an impact. But he says an even bigger issue is job creation, and says the governor and lawmakers must focus on making companies feel welcome. If not, he says the state's unemployed will keep searching for jobs without finding them.
And until you have business people feeling warm and fuzzy about making investments, you're not going to see jobs created in any great mass.
John Thomas says after looking for more than a year, few companies are looking for full-time workers, only temporary.
What do you think is going to happen if 6,500 state workers lose their jobs?
It's just going to flood the market, and you know, those people, some of them probably overqualified. You know, some of them are probably don't know how to operate a forklift, never worked in a warehouse, you know, and so they're going to be, you know, out here trying to find them some employment to take care of their families.
Could be some good news. Tomorrow, Governor Malloy is expected to announce a major jobs program, incentives for companies that hire 200 or more full-time employees. In the meantime, the layoffs here at the state capitol and state workers continue. We're live with the Mobile Newsroom in Hartford. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And there's still more to come tonight on Eyewitness News at 6.
It's a difficult situation and stuff, I mean, but we'll get through it. It's going to get harder and stuff like that as it goes along.
A community shaken by the loss of a retired state trooper killed in Afghanistan. How they're remembering his legacy here in Connecticut and how he was using his skills to help police overseas.
Plus, a man lucky to be alive after falling into a river and hanging onto a dock for hours. Tonight, hear from the boater who found and saved him. And before we head to the break, we hear Channel 3 taking on the Fox Connecticut News team in a softball game this Saturday, July 16th.
And we invite you to join us at Millwoods Park in Wethersfield at 9 a.m. to cheer everyone on and to meet us. We hope to see you there.
Call now for your chance to win. It's the Channel 3 Sizzling Summer Giveaway. Be the third caller with this keyword, and you could win.
The body of a retired state trooper is expected to arrive at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware at any moment now.
He was killed while working for a private military contractor that was assisting the U.S. Army in Afghanistan.
Channel 3 Hartford Bureau Chief Len Bestoff spoke with his family today and has more.
He was in a convoy and was small arms fired.
Matthew Santinello of Enfield is still trying to get more information about how his 46-year-old stepfather, retired Connecticut State Trooper First Class Paul Prozenko, died in Afghanistan.
But where he died, he was in one of quietest places.
What is not in question for Santinello is the relationship they had.
Picked me up when I was not even 1 year old. And so I consider him like my real father. And he had fun, you know, did a lot of things together.
For the past 2 years, Przenko has been in Afghanistan, working for private contractor Military Professional Resources. The company says Przenko was assigned to an Army unit to, among other things, teach Afghani police how to conduct investigations, something he shared with former state police colleagues.
When he came home, he was very excited about it and actually showed footage of videos and what he was doing over there. He was proud of it. And it's a true testament to what he did in public service here in Connecticut, too. He was, you know, he wasn't in the military, but he was actually over there helping defend our country.
What may have defined Przenko more is his 20-plus years of service in the Connecticut State Police that began in 1988, most at Troop H in Hartford, then Troop W, serving Bradley Airport.
It's a difficult situation and stuff, I mean, but we'll get through it.
Son-in-law-to-be Richard Ducharme is preserving those memories, along with making sure people know what a happy-go-lucky guy Paul Przenko was.
He was somebody that would joke about anything and everything. You couldn't get him mad no matter what you did. And that's all he would tell everybody. I mean, it's something new for the memory books and always keep it in the memory books. So that's a big goal of ours now as far as for creating those memory books.
Now, besides his stepchildren, Przenko leaves behind a wife. The couple shared their time between Enfield and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. She's on her way here for funeral services, which are expected to take place later this week. Len Bestoff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Len.
A man is pulled from a river after falling in and clinging to a dock for hours. Hear from the boater who jumped into action to rescue him.
Oh, we'll have one more day of hot weather, then we could expect a break. I'll let you know when temperatures could dip into the 50s at night. Eyewitness News is in Bloomfield this evening with your early morning neighborhood forecast, and that's coming up next.
Everywhere with weather
and traffic every 10 minutes.
Everywhere with breaking news
and the day's top stories.
Eyewitness News is everywhere to start your day.
Back to that breaking news from Suffield. Crews are continuing their search for a 19-year-old swimmer who disappeared in Lake Congamond. A dive team is patrolling the area looking for the victim. We have a crew on the scene, and we'll have much more tonight on Eyewitness News at 11.
He was in very bad shape. He couldn't even call for help.
An orthopedic surgeon and his family and friends helped save the life of a man while boating this weekend. The man was hanging on the side of a dock after falling right into the Branford River. Channel 3 New Haven Bureau Chief Robert Goulson is live in Branford now with more on the rescue. Robert?
Dennis, the doctor was on his boat. He was with a group of friends. They were just heading in when somebody on his boat saw something clutching to the side of the dock. It ended up being someone's hands. That's when they called police.
She said there's hands on the dock.
It was well past dark pulling into the Dutch Wharf Marina in Branford. Dr. Louis Lorio and his crew were docking a Boston whaler when they saw the hands.
I thought she must be mistaken, and I said, it's probably just frogs. You know, we get a lot of that around here. And she was insisting, no, it's not frogs, it's hands.
The doctor helped save a man who had fallen into the water off the dock. Police say the man, Lewis Collins, had too much to drink, and he apparently was reading a book when he fell in. They believe he was in the water for at least a couple of hours and would likely have died if he wasn't spotted hanging onto the dock.
He had been in the water so long that his arms were swollen and slippery, and I couldn't pull him up by his arms.
They got Collins out of the water. He was out of it, but he was still able to talk. He told them he had fallen in while sitting on a chair on the dock.
They told me he's going to survive, and so we're very happy about that.
And police say that man is okay. Collins actually had to be treated for some hypothermia. We are live at the mobile newsroom in Branford. Robert Goulston, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Robert. A new sign on the shoreline offers a multicultural welcome, and that's one of the stories we have for you tonight as Channel 3 Eyewitness News goes everywhere, town by town. Visitors entering New London through Eugene O'Neill Boulevard are getting a traditional maritime greeting. Thanks to the New London Rotary Club, this welcome sign was installed on the wall of the New London Police Department. It is in English and Mandarin. In Glastonbury, there's a new way to get rid of your old electronics. The town is opening a place to deposit old devices like those big computers and VCRs. You can do it at the transfer station on the New London Turnpike. The transfer station is open Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eyewitness News is everywhere, town by town.
Now, Channel 3 early warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Bruce DePrest.
Steamy out there tonight,
Yes.
but
Yes.
thankfully no heat wave.
No heat wave. No, we're going to have 2 days in the 90s, but that's it.
Okay.
And then the rest of the week is looking really comfortable.
Who can complain?
I know. And for that softball game on Saturday, it's looking mighty nice.
Good.
Good weather to come out and join us. All right, let's check out the big story right now. And that's the temperature. It's 89 in Hartford after reaching the low 90s today. Windsor Locks got up to 92 today. Right now it's 88. It's still very warm and still very humid. 86 in Willimantic, 84 even in New Haven. And during the day tomorrow, the wind is going to try to come out of the northwest. And that means that shoreline areas will likely share in the heat as well. Dew point temperatures are in the 60s in many spots, but look at Willimantic coming in with a dew point of 71. So if you don't have a fan, if you don't have air conditioning tonight, it is going to be very uncomfortable. At least we got a little bit of a breeze going on now. A wind out of the south-southwest at 13 miles an hour in Meriden, 12 miles an hour in Windsor Locks, and a wind out of the southwest at 13 miles an hour in Groton. So that's helping out just a little bit. All right, there's our live city cam in Hartford, certainly looking very hazy. Poor air quality in the state right now. We got that air quality alert still in effect. Our live city cam in New Haven and our live city cam in New Milford, where we have partly cloudy skies, but there are no showers or thunderstorms in the state right now. Here's early warning pinpoint Doppler. We are scanning the state dry. Well, look at the big picture, and there's one complex of thunderstorms moving through the Pittsburgh area into West Virginia. That's moving to the southeast. That moved through Chicago earlier this morning, and it knocked out a lot of power in addition to shutting down O'Hare and Midway airports. What we are looking for is this area of disturbed weather in Canada. There is a chance that some thunderstorms could regenerate tonight on into tomorrow morning as that moves on through. That's something that we'll keep an eye out for you. In the meantime, we do have showers and a few thunderstorms in New York State, but they appear to be very weak, and a few of those could survive the trip as they move into Connecticut later on this evening. All right, tomorrow evening, a cold front will be moving through. That'll bring an end to the thunderstorm threat. In addition, it's going to bring an end to the heat that is building up. Early warning futurecast is where we show you tomorrow's weather today. Notice that as the night goes on, there could be a shower or thunderstorm, something we'll have to keep an eye on for tonight and tomorrow morning. During the day tomorrow, more thunderstorms build up in the heat, and then the cold front moves through. Most of the thunderstorms should come to an end by tomorrow evening, maybe a lingering one in southern Connecticut by 7 o'clock in the evening. Very uncomfortable tonight with many parts of the state staying 70 degrees or higher. And then your highs for tomorrow is 92 today. Tomorrow we're going for 93 at Enfield, 94 in Hartford, 90 in Waterbury, and 93 in Norwich, and even the low 90s for the coast. Wednesday, a partly sunny, breezy day, an outside chance for a shower in the afternoon, 86. By Thursday morning, 58. Thursday, mostly sunny, 84, down to 57 by Friday morning. Good sleeping weather there. Then Friday, mostly sunny, 86. Over the weekend, we're looking at mid to upper 80s. But dry, and Monday looks dry, highs around 90. We could have 6 days there without much in the way of rain, so you might have to use the watering to get some water on that garden in your lawn. 92 for the shore tomorrow, 87 degrees on Wednesday. Denise and Dennis, back to you.
Thank you, Bruce. Coming up, all new tonight at 11, we'll have the latest on breaking news in Suffield, where crews are pulling a body from Lake Congamon.
And you've heard the phrase, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Why, one restaurant is adding something else to that list, and it has people in one community fuming.
From Southington and Enfield to the capital city, Bureau Chief Len Bestoff is everywhere in Greater Hartford, only on Eyewitness News. Now, John Brickley with Eyewitness Sports.
So, do we have a deal? Reports say that the NFL and the Players Union could have an agreement in place in the next 7 to 10 days. Now, if the deal is to be ratified by July 21st, teams would open up training camps on time, and there would be no shortage of games during the preseason schedule. Baseball news, Yankees third baseman Alex Rodriguez underwent surgery today to repair a torn meniscus in his right knee. A-Rod is expected to be sidelined for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Prior to the injury, the Yankees third baseman was batting .295 with 13 home runs and 52 RBIs. The All-Star break has arrived with the Home Run Derby taking place tonight. David Ortiz looking to defend his title. The lineups for both the AL and NL were announced, and both the starting pitchers are anxious to take the mound for the Midsummer Classic tomorrow night.
It's always a great experience to come and play here, and to get a chance to go out and compete against the best players is something you look forward to.
I'm just looking forward to the experience and truly honored, and you know, it hasn't really set in yet, so I'm looking forward to getting out there and you know, competing.
Here are the lineups for the National League. Mets outfielder Carlos Beltran is in the 2 spot playing the DH role. On the American League side, Yanks outfielder Curtis Granderson will be leading off playing center field. Sox first baseman Adrian Gonzalez is batting 3rd. Teammate David Ortiz is the DH spot and batting 7th, followed by Yanks second baseman Robinson Cano in the 8th spot. West Hartford native Natalie Sherry eats, sleeps, and breathes the sport of golf. The Futures Tour rookie is back here in Connecticut competing in this week's New England Golf Classic. Sherry has been impressive with making the cut in all 5 tournaments she's participated in, but there is a level of sacrifice. Throughout her career, Sherry, in fact, missed walking down both her high school and college graduations. Is that level of sacrifice something that has bothered her?
I did when I was younger, you know, because my friends were able to do things and I couldn't because I was at the golf course, but it opened so many doors for me, and now I'm, you know, experiencing a lot of things that they never will. So I think just a few sacrifices to open up a ton of doors is just, it's fine to do.
The Women's U.S. Open finishing up today. The leader coming in, South Korea's Hee Kung-seo, warming up in case of a playoff 18th hole. So Yoon-yu, needing this to force a playoff, makes the birdie to finish at 3 under and forces a 3-hole playoff. Then back on the 18th, Yu's approach shot lands within 4 feet of the cup. She would end it with the birdie to capture the U.S. Open, winning by 3 shots. It's her first major and her first win on the LPGA Tour, becoming also the 5th South Korean to capture the U.S. Open title. Eastern League, the Rockettes look to avoid the sweep versus Binghamton, and the Connecticut Tigers are home to Brooklyn. That's sports. I'm John Brickley. Dennis, Denise, and Bruce, back over to you.
Thank you, John.
And that'll do it for Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6. We thank you for sharing your time with us tonight.
CBS Evening News is coming up next. We'll see you back here tonight at 11. Good night, everybody.
Will and Kate's Hollywood Weekend. Plus, Dance Moms Out of Control. You're not gonna do this! Next, ET.
Tonight at 7:30 in HD on Channel 3. Your home for Eyewitness News.